This is A Geek Leader. Hey guys, John Rado back again with episode 72 of A Geek Leader, and today is going to be a solo show. I just want to talk about the power of saying no. I heard a story on the Accidental Creative podcast about pruning grapes in a vineyard. And Todd Henry, you may remember, we had him on the show a while back. We've had him on a couple times, I believe. But he said that many times healthy vines in a vineyard that are bearing good fruit need to be pruned off. They have to be pruned so that the vine itself can continue to grow and flourish and get even bigger and larger and produce more fruit and create more productive branches. So that means that sometimes the good vines, the good branches that are producing, good fruit have to be cut and removed in order for growth to happen and even greater production of that vine. And when you take that and you think about what happens in our own lives and what happens at work with projects and things that we're doing, we many times need to prune away some of the things that we're working on and some of the things that we regularly do in order to make room for greater things and better things and new things that we can do. So sometimes we have to shut down old dreams. We have to shut down old projects. We have to stop doing certain tasks that may still be producing good things, but we have to get rid of that good so that we can have room for great. And Jim Collins had a quote that I really like. It's good is the enemy of great. And we've heard that so many times. And sometimes saying no at work can be one of the most freeing things that you can do. It can be one of those things that opens your plate for many more things to come on and to help us out. So as leaders and even individual contributors, we must set boundaries with our employees and our bosses. And several years ago, while I was at a previous employment, I was starting to struggle. I was getting overwhelmed with many things that were going on. I had these aspirations of new projects that I wanted to do and these new things that I wanted to do, but I had all this existing work that was still there. And one of the things that I thought about was the reoccurring meetings that I had. I had all these reoccurring meetings, and a lot of times I wasn't getting a lot of value out of the meetings, and not only that, I didn't feel like I was putting much value into the meetings either. I was almost just there, and I'm sure you got to have been there before where you just had these regularly occurring meetings and you continue to go to them, but you rarely give input and you rarely get anything out of it that's actually actionable that's going to make a difference in your life. You could have probably just read a summary of the minutes from the meeting in about 5 minutes and saved yourself an hour, and that's the way I was with these meetings. And at that time, I had usually about 12 of these per week that were ongoing. So that's 12 hours a week of sitting in a meeting where I didn't feel like I was offering value, and I didn't feel like I was getting value out of it either. So I decided to sit down and draft an email and to prune these meetings out of my life. So I'll read you guys the email that I wrote, and I sent this email out to the organizers of many of these meetings, and it said, quote, I currently have a lot of important things on my plate, and I'm unable to attend blank meeting for the foreseeable future. Instead, can I send an update to you if needed so that you can share the update with the team in place of me? If that doesn't work for you and you feel like I'm irreplaceable at this meeting, please let me know, and I'll work to move other things around so that I can continue to attend. So I sent that out, and out of the 12 meetings, 10 of them said that was fine and I didn't need to attend anymore. And of those 10, only 2 of them requested that I send an email update. So the other 8 didn't even miss me when I was gone. And the 2 that I sent the email updates, they stopped asking for updates shortly thereafter. Now there were 2 where they were being led by vice presidents, and at the time I was just a manager, and I continued to attend those meetings. But I cleared off 10 hours per week off my schedule. And not only that, I cleared off 10 hours worth of things in my mind so that I could focus on new projects, new tasks. And some of those projects made big impacts to the bottom line of the business. They actually were revenue-generating products that we were able to produce, and cost savings products to produce as well. So sometimes you have to get rid of these really good things in your life so that you can make way for great things to take their place. And if you're still holding on to those things, just think about it. What good things are you holding on to that you need to let go? What things do you do on a regular basis that don't really make sense to the productivity of your life? And what great things are there just around the corner that you haven't had time to start working on yet, that are still there? They're right there, and you just need to clear off a little bit of space so that you can start working on them. Think about those. And this week I want to challenge you just to find something good that you're doing that you can stop doing that may have lost its value, and something great that you can do to move forward. Now, I also want to remind everybody that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And instead of asking you guys to review, rate, subscribe, all this good stuff, I really want you to go to ageekleader.com/breastcancer. You can click the link that's in the bottom of the show notes as well, and it'll redirect you to the breast cancer research so that we can make donations and help out with breast cancer awareness this month, and just try to pay it forward for the research and the cause. So I really appreciate you guys listening to the show, and don't forget to donate for breast cancer awareness. Thanks so much.